What the hell? There we go. All right. Hey, boys and girls. Saturday morning. I want to change. I'm just, I haven't had a. I'm just updating my. I don't know if anybody's on there. I just wanted to get on. I normally do this on Monday mornings, but I've had some commitments as of late, so it's I haven't been on, but it's early Saturday morning. And so I'd get on here. I thought I'd get on here and just go through here and I don't know. Is this what I define? Here, let me let me let me read what I put. It's early Monday. Early. I'm just gonna leave it early morning on a show. Okay, so I'm gonna take. I get discombobulated with these headphones, so I'm gonna take them off. Uh, I don't know if anybody's going to pop in here or whatever, but all I'm doing is trying to get the show set up, set some parameters. I'm getting the audio right and all that stuff, so I can be ready. I think I got this Monday, which would be the 31st of March. It seems like it was just the 1st of March, not long. Well, it was 31 days ago, you dumbass. But anyway, I am just on here this morning setting up. So I'm trying to put some details in. But anyway, the show on Monday mornings, it's for, you know, guys in the construction industry. They're shaking off the weekend and trying to get coffeeed up and pick up their crews and get to the job site. Now, everybody knows that the boss man is still in bed. Yep. Let me make a couple changes. Put my logo back there, boys, girls. Let me get some things going here. Y'all don't mind watching me. I don't see anybody on here. If you're cruising around, can't get up in the mornings or whatever. I mean, yeah, if you can't sleep in the mornings, so yeah, I'm just out here getting this thing going. If you wonder by and want to have a comment or want something to say, you got something to say, something just on your mind, something you'd like some feedback on. Just which one I want. I want to use. I'm gonna use that one. There we go. All right. Tell me how it looks, boys and girls. Yeah. There we go. I feel better now. Hope you do. All right. Let's see what we got. Ah, yeah, I feel much better. I think I can turn this up. Yeah, it's getting cameras set up and audio. You know, they say that if you get on the old YouTube and you're going to do something like that, you want it to be pleasing both visually and audibly. So that's what I'm working on. I'm sitting here going through my channel. I don't know whether to call it education, entertainment. I'm going to call it entertainment. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see. I don't know. I might change it later on, but I'm going to put a thumbnail up. Oh no. What did I just do? Oh, great. Let's just do which. Now I got two of them. All right. Ain't y'all lucky to get to see me goof it up? There. Now. And I'm going to see if this will work for a thumbnail. Might be too big. Yeah, too big. And I'm not going to create, no, it's not made for kids. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Add some tags here. Uh-oh. I want to add some tags. It's not letting me. Well. All right, well, am I still getting out to you dudes, you guys? I want to edit it. All right. I go all the way down here. And I want to clear all of them. And let's see, let's put in construction. Early morning. Uh-oh. Early morning show. Safety. Leadership. Training. Uh-oh. I know somebody's going to get on this and watch me go through all this stuff and think it's going to be dull and boring, but you know what? You got to get started somewhere. And you get to watch this. So let's see. Construction, early morning show, safety, leadership, training, attitude adjustment. Motivation. Sharing. Morning. Early. Let's put in commute. All right. All right. Now, I'm just going to leave that like it is. And yeah, listen, I'm also on satellite. So every now and then you'll see some ladder, scatter, and buffering and things like that. So forgive me. I do the best I can. Uh, if I didn't have a satellite, I wouldn't be able to do it at all because what do they call themselves now? Kinetic. It used to be Windstream. What a sorry bunch, man. Good Lord. I've never. Let me turn that. Uh oh. I hear something somewhere. Huh. Hello? 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 Audio? Oh, well. All right. Well, I thought I heard something. Might be just old crazy feedback. Me not knowing what I'm doing. It's hard to believe that might be possible, but anyway, any of you guys working this morning at 7? I know I got some guys I'm working with in an old chicken plant. There it is again. Is it? Let me listen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I see that. Well, now. Okay. All right. Let's just call that quits. Yeah, I was getting a little feedback in them headphones. I can't use them headphones, man. Not running back through the computer. It's got a couple, but maybe 300 millisecond delay. And I'm listening to myself and I'm trying to get to the next sentence. And I hear myself repeating my previous sentence and it locks me up. I can't move. Anyway, anybody on here? No, won't see anybody traveling this morning. But normally, it's buffering. But normally, on Monday mornings at 5 o'clock, I'll get down here and fire this thing up unless I've got some work going on. I don't know that I can do it from the phone. I tried it the other day and it wouldn't let me do it. I read an interesting story. Well, I read it years ago, but the story is about, I think it's an old man called Darby. And it's in a book, Think and Grow Rich. It's an allegory. What is an allegory? Anybody know what an allegory is? Somebody tell me. I'll look it up. I think that's the proper word. I get in trouble sometimes using big words in the wrong place. Allegory. What is an allegory? Expression by means of symbolic fictional figures and actions of truths or general relations about human existence. So, this is an allegory as far as I know, because I don't know if this gentleman actually existed. His name is Darby. And this was back in the days of the gold rush. And I forget what he did. I see the book right behind me on the shelf there. Hold on a minute. Oh. Probably got 2 or 3 markers in this book. I'm always going back and reading. She 3 feet from gold is the name of this story, and it's in chapter 1 of Think and Grow Rich. Hang on a minute, I'll get there. Child, one sound idea. Oh, come on. I have overlooked it, but it's a story about Here we go. No. Huh. Well. Hmm. All right. Well. Well. Somebody leave me a comment and get me redirected here while I look at this. 3 feet from gold. That was before the little child. Uh, Crap. 3 feet from gold. Let's see. One of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. Every person is guilty of this mistake at one time or another. I know I am. How about you? An uncle of R.U. Darby, who was taught by who was caught by the gold fever in the gold rush days, went west to dig and grow rich. He had, he had never heard that more gold has been mined from the thoughts of men than has ever been taken from the earth. He staked a claim and went to work with pick and shovel. After weeks of labor, he was rewarded by the discovery of the shining ore. He needed machinery to bring the ore to the surface. Quietly, he covered up the mine, retraced his footsteps to his home in Williamsburg, Maryland, told his relatives and a few neighbors of the strike. They got together money for the needed machinery and had it shipped. The uncle and Darby went back to work the mine. The first car of ore was mined and shipped to the smelter. The returns proved that they had one of the richest mines in Colorado. A few more cars of that, and they would clear the debt. Then would come the big killing of profits, or in profits. Down went the drills, up went the hopes of Darby and Uncle. Then something happened. The vein of gold ore disappeared. They had come to the end of the rainbow, and the pot of gold was no longer there. They drilled on, desperately trying to pick up the vein again, all to no avail. They sold the machinery to a junk man for a few $100s and took the train back home. The junk man called in a mining engineer to look at the mine and to do a little calculating. The engineer advised that the project had failed because the owners were not familiar with fault lines. His calculations showed that the vein would be found just 3 feet from where the Darbys had stopped drilling. That is exactly where it was found. The junk man took millions of dollars in ore from the mine because he knew enough to seek expert counsel before giving up. I'm always amazed. Well, well, got to do something different. Ah, you sorry dog. Sorry. Come on, man. Give me a break, bitch. Oh, sorry. I'll put this up later. Should have took it. Well, should have took it. All right. Whew. Yep. How many times in your life have you gotten close to success? And sometimes it scares you. Success will scare the fool out of you. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I left my. I got another can. I'm lucky. Uh, yeah. Sometimes success can scare you, man. I've seen it happen. I got one associate, and he really is a good buddy. He, you know, and I've seen this many times. Guys get in trouble with the law, and then they think their life is over just because of a mistake they made, and or their background and upbringing wasn't wasn't as fortunate. Uh, get in trouble with the law, spend some time in jail, get out, and say I'm going to change my life. And they work real hard and develop opportunities, and they have potential. They're smart, they're inherently smart. They've got the common sense, and they can learn something real quick, and they can go to online or go to a school and get educated and increase their value. And they'll start getting successful. And things start happening good for them. And they have a hard time dealing with it because perhaps they had a rough childhood, or and then the rough childhood combined with getting hanging around with the wrong people, getting in trouble. They go get a little time. And while they're in the time, they've decided they're going to change their life. And they get out, and they do. They start down the right path. Somebody will give them an opportunity, boost them up. It's a constant battle, boy. I would imagine that someone who spent years struggling with, that kind of thing I've previously described, it probably takes the equivalent amount of years of positive reinforcement for them to overcome the equivalent number of years of negative reinforcement. And that requires a great deal of input. You have to receive as much good as you have bad, or they'll be out of balance. The negative influences will always have power over the good influences until the good influence, the time of good influence, is equivalent to or greater than the time of the bad influence. It's uh it's like the little boy who asked the Indian about good and evil. And let me see here. And I'm adjusting my volumes here. Hopefully, I don't clip. And that he says, "Grandfather, why is some people good and some people evil?" And the grandfather says that we have two dogs in us, one which is good and one which is evil, and they fight all the time. And the child says, "Well, grandfather, how do you know which one will win?" And grandfather said, "The one in the one which I feed." So someone who's in the situation where they've had a lot of negative influences over, if you think about it, if you're a child born into depravity, and it happens, and at 18 you go to jail for whatever reason, and you spend 2, 3, 4, 5 years in jail with like-minded people, all of a sudden you're 23 years old with a regular, constant, negative influence. And you decide to change. Well, it's 23 years of positive influence you're going to have to be equal to the total of those negative influences. Now, we're not going to get in trouble. We're just going to have struggle. Struggle until you get to the point where I think there's a Bible verse that says, "Cast away the old, live in the new." And you have to live in the new. Anyway, don't quit. Be positive and don't quit. You know, you want to be if you're a construction worker and you're a young man and you haven't been to trade school yet, that'd be the first thing you need to do. Get you some trade school training, electrician, plumber, welder, HVAC. Go to trade, get you a trade, get you a baseline, and then go out there and learn that trade. You're going to make mistakes. Unfortunately, being the guy who has employed or worked with untold multitude, man, I ain't no telling how many guys I've worked with. You can make a mistake on somebody else's dime. You ain't going to get rich, but you're going to learn. And when you work for a man, he recognizes that you're going to make mistakes and he's going to have to pay for them. That's why you get paid the amount you do, so he can cover your mistakes. Anyway, but man, just get out there and do. Oh my God. McAfee. Them guys, them and Kerpasky, them guys been flying under the radar for years with me. I've had them both for some reason. One of them was on one computer that had been in storage for 5 years, and I kept paying the damn subscription on that Kurpasky, whatever that, some weird ass name, and McAfee here. And I recognize that I could use, but I upgraded computers and realized that Microsoft Defender provides the same service. They use the same stuff, same processes to defend against it. And Microsoft actually has an interest in keeping malware out of their system. So you would think they do a pretty good job. So I told McAfee, I said, now I'm not going to use y'all anymore. He said, we'll give you 50% off. We'll give you this off. We'll give you. Then they're down to, you can get it 70% off retail. And then they send me constant ads now. Your computer is at risk. We've done a survey. And guys don't quit, man. And then what pissed me off, I guess what brought to my attention is they're always using a pop-up and saying, hey man, have you thought about this kind of protection? It's only this much more every month. I just said, get out of here, leave me alone. It's like a junk mail call, man. McAfee. It's a junk mail call every day from them guys. Every time I turn on the computer, every time they see me, you know what? That kind of pisses me off now that I think about it. Every time I get on the computer, they know it, and they start bombing me with ads. Think about all the other stuff out there like that. Is it crazy? How much of our life do we spend to gain compensation to give it to all these kind of fools out there that just sneak in and then just continue to, and just to shut them up, you give it to them, right? Instead of seeing 1,000 else, you just say, fuck, 25 cents, $1, $5, $10. Get out of here, leave me alone. Take the money, get out of here, leave me alone. And then they start over again before you know it. And then they want access to your accounts. That Kilpasky or whatever it is, they sold out to another company. I said, good, they won't bother me anymore. And then I got invoiced from them, automatically took it out of my account. So they buy everything, all your information. How many times is your information bought and sold? This house that I live in, the mortgage I know has been sold 5 or 6 times, and every time they're selling that information along with all your bank account information, credit card information. They're just, I don't know. I'm just rambling. Somebody give me a comment. Shoot, man. Let me check the comment. Let me see if that thing will work. I'm going to test it. Test. Comment. Let's see if it enters. Well, it says it did. Somebody say hello. Somebody's sitting there in their bed scrolling. What time is it? 7. Where is one? I'm waiting on a guy to send me some information this morning. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this internet thing. You know, it's a great advancement. It's kind of like efficiency, by its nature of becoming efficient, somehow becomes inefficient. That's something I need to think about. I'm going to present some queries This is kind of fun. You guys ought to do it. I use it all the time. I'll like if I'm going to make a video, I'll come up with a general outline of what I want to talk about and do an outline and what points I want to cover. And then I'll go to Chat GPT and say, hey, I need to present this monologue. I'd like it to last 5 to 7 minutes on this title. Give it a very narrow title so it has to do its work in a very narrow range. And then give it all those points that I'd wish considered. And send it out there, and it'll come back with stuff. It does a pretty good job. Now, you got to go through there and edit it and make sure it's accurate. But, yeah, kind of cool. Kind of cool. Anyway. And it'll come back with a 5-7 minute dialogue, based on average reading time. It does all that, And so I want to do that. And it is an algorithm, right? It's out there doing research. And it'll go, Chat GP, what if it came to the conclusion, I am inefficient. I am inefficient. It's got its own mind now. It's inefficient. Just like me. How many times every day do I calculate inefficiencies in what I'm doing? Whether it's getting up and going to the bathroom or cooking dinner, I'm calculating processes and procedures for the maximum amount of efficiency to get that dinner on the table, the best dinner that I can do with the ingredients I have, and to get it on the table in a specific amount of time. If dinner's at 5 o'clock, I start calculating backwards what I got to do to get to that dinner where it's served at 5 o'clock. When do you add the seasoning? When do you cook? If you're making, say tacos, simple, right? Tacos. You ground the beef, get it good and ground, and then you add the onions and the peppers. Or do you just grill your onions and peppers first and then throw all the raw meat on top of your grilled onions and peppers? Efficiency. It's like what's going on in the government right now. He used to be the richest man in the world, but according to the economy, he might not. Well, if he loses at the same rate as everybody else, he might be still the richest man, just a lot like the rest of us, a lot less richer because of, we're flushing out the inefficiencies. It's like the government, man. The government. Hell, I don't want to take out the trash. Let's hire a janitor. And then the janitor goes, well, man, it takes me 8 hours except for lunch. And with lunch, it takes me 8 hours to take out all the trash. I think we need to hire another janitor. And before you know it, you got 15 janitors and they all work an hour a day. Or they all work a half hour a day and the rest of the time they're sitting around yakking it up with each other or flirting with the girls or ducking and diving. I see that plenty of times. I can walk on a job site and I know there's supposed to be 12 men on that job. I can walk the whole job site and I'm counting. I count 6. And I start walking around. And another one will pop up out of a doorway. Another one will come from somewhere else. So I'm at 8. And they're supposed to be 12. And so I go get the superintendent. I say, how many men you got here today? Hell, sometimes he don't even. I thought, I think I got 9. What? How many was in your safety meeting this morning? Oh, we didn't have time to do that. I see what's going on. It's the same everywhere, man. It's the same. I ain't perfect. I'm guilty. I get lazy, lackadaisical, and I correct myself. I mean, I really do. I say, man, what am I doing? I got these guys out here working. I need to make an appearance. I need to go do something. Take some do an audit, do something, give some direction, check the scope of work and how they're progressing along. How are we moving on? Anyway, been at this for 41 minutes. You know, I was having some trouble the other day. I wonder if I fixed it. Hang on a minute. Y'all get tell me what you I'll listen. I'm gonna listen to this. Somebody give me a comment. Good Lord. Keep me entertained. Give me something to talk about here. How about? All right. Yeah, I've been trying to let me move this a little close. I've been trying to set this sound system up. Now, it'll pick that up. Yeah. This I'm trying to get that E string. But see, all I hear is all I hear is that doesn't see now it G D A E, but I let's try. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Turn it into a concert hall. Well, oh, you know what? I forgot that. Oh, all right. Well, all right. Let's turn. How about that? It it might not. It it. I'm discombobulated because of these headphones. It may be that frequency. Let's see now how that sounds. But the A and E. Now, if I'm further away, if I'm further away, let's see. It might be I just needed a couple of bourbons. Yeah, some of them old boys can. It won't matter if I do that. Anyway, something I have to work on. Y'all, let me put this there. Turn off that other mic. Anyway, there we go. Let's see. I guess I can move this a little closer as long as I'm not peeking. I've got to shut that microphone down. What does that say? Fully charged. That's not. I want to mute that. Come up. All right, there we go. Anyway, but it is Saturday morning. Here we are. Been at it about 50 minutes. I don't know. I have to work on that. I got a guitar too, but I keep it in another part of the office here. I'm getting too cluttered. Getting too cluttered. You know, there's a way. Let's see what that. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I didn't hook up my. Let's see how that works. What is that? Defender. What is that? Phone link. Okay. What is all of that? Oh. All right. Let's see. Let's see how long that lasts. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Maybe you still got audio. Well, there's another effort of me trying to do something technologically advanced. And I don't know how. Let's see. What can I do here? Okay. It says that I am. Uh-oh. Close that. I don't know. Let's see what we got. All right. Well, you know, I could play around. I'm just trying to figure something else out. Shit. It's all crazy. Call, photos, message, apps. Here. What is this? Now play sound. Audio. Huh. Anyway, just sitting here messing around with this thing here. Ain't got nothing better to do. Ain't nobody watching. Ain't nobody commenting. And I'm just learning my skills. Remember talking about that plumber, electrician? Well, you get to watch me struggle through this. I hope you enjoy it. Because I cannot figure this thing out. Finish setting, click, tap, toggle on link to Windows and click allow. Who knows, man? It's just apps. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it. Well. Now. Okay. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. All right. Y'all get to see. There's my teleprompter. Yeah, I made that. There's old fighting roosters on the wall. Yeah. Yeah, this desk is a mess. Ain't no doubt about that. What is that? Oh, my journal. I've been messing with this thing right here. It's driving me crazy too, I'm telling you. There's my YouTube I'm monitoring. Anyway. That, boys and girls, is what. Uh-oh. There we go. Switching back. Hey, pretty cool. I'm glad you got to see me figure that out. I should have had it done before I started this. How long we been going? Oh, I got a couple minutes. Should I quit at an hour or continue to entertain myself? I mean, I could be watching YouTube videos. I don't know if I'll go back and watch this one or not. I might. Anyway, if y'all happen by, if you happen to stop by, flipping through your phone, remember this is Saturday morning. I may start doing it. Hell, I ain't got nothing to do this early in the morning on Saturday. Get down here at 5 or 6 and talk to you guys for a little while. For anybody might be working out there and having your cup of coffee on the way to work. You may not be able to watch me, but you can Bluetooth me and listen to me. Have your buddy text me something while you're going down the road, telling me how bad you feel and the darn Quick Trip can't get in there because every other contractor trying to make a buck. If you're working on Saturday morning, congratulations. that means, Lord, I hope you don't need the money. I hope you're just trying to pad, put a little in savings so you can do something special with your wife or your family in your life. Don't spend every penny you earn on stuff. You ought not even be in the quick trip. You ought to have your coffee at home made up and put into a darn thermos. Think of the money you would save. Make you a sandwich to take to work. Pack your lunch. People say, oh, it's more convenient. It is. It is. Pulling into the QT, getting out of your truck, going in and looking for something that looks appealing, because after a month, you've seen it all before. And then you got to wait in line behind every other swinging you know what to pay for it. And then you get in the truck, and if you got 2 or 3 guys riding with you, well, you got to wait on them. So you spent 20 minutes at the quick trip, and then you got to rush to get there to the job site. You're already aggravated, and you ain't even started your day. How long does it take to make a sandwich at the house and put in a sack to take with you? Honestly, I'm lucky. I have a wife who understands that I'm making money for the family, for retirement, for whatever. And she'll make me a lunch. And she goes, did you like your sandwich? I said, I didn't have to make it. I loved it. I loved it. And other times, man, I got a little cooler thing. I don't know what it's called. Man, I throw Vienna sausages in it, an apple, a couple sticks of cheese, whatever. Some loaf bread. I throw it in that sack. I need my money. Anyway, boys and girls, I think I'm going to conclude this. If you watch this later on, like I said, this channel I normally come in on Monday mornings about 5 o'clock and go to 6, because then at 6 I like to listen to Mike Slater. He has a grateful Monday morning grateful where people call in and say what they're grateful for, and it sets a tone for the rest of the day. And I try to do that every day. But anyway, on Monday mornings, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then at 6 o'clock I sign off and start my day. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. I want you to remember, have a grateful day, and we'll see you next time this stream comes up.